Welcome to Video Game B School. Class is in session. This flashcard tip is going to cover the sniper spots for university. We're going to cover most of the sniper spots and give them a grade and show you why they're good and why they're bad. Special thanks to McKillers for the help. Check out his channel below. First up, we're going to cover the spawn side of the fountain. Now this spot right here, we're going to go ahead and give it a C+. Now you're going to cover the right side of anyone coming down the other spawn of the right hallway. You also get a great view of the courtyard, especially these planter box on the right, and anyone down coming down the middle and the sniper spot, and as well as this window. This is a very generic spot and it's really not recommended for a permanent stay. You want to be there for a split second, but it's fantastic for scouting, especially during the opening moments of the round. But like I said, you're very vulnerable, especially from your back side, because there's that whole building over there that people could come down the left hallway while you're scoping on the right. So as you can see, very broad area, but you're very vulnerable to a lot of sniper spots themselves. Now on to the top sniper spot on University, the planter box on the right side of the fountain. This spot gets a grade A because it really covers the right side of the hallway where there's a lot of populated traffic, there's a lot of hot zone, a lot of action happens at that lockbox. And especially you have a tight little narrow window that people do not expect to be shot from. Now it does require a lot of skill to shoot at that position and a lot of timing. Hawkeye is recommended. You're also going to cover down this hallway. As you see, you also get an opportunity to cover the sniper's crow's nest. And you can see that window, you can cover the left side, a lot of visibility from this planter's box. And as well, you could do a lot of pop a shot, you could crouch, you could hide as long as you want. But the most important thing is that you're able to cover a majority of the map without being seen, especially if you use Hawkeye like I said before. This is why this spot gets a grade A, especially covering that box. Moving on to the left side of the planter box, it does not get a high grade, it gets a B simply because of this window. As you see right there, a lot of people allow you could come in through the window and flank you and shank you, but it does cover a lot of majority of the map. There's a lot of foliage, there's a lot of trees and leaves in the way, so it kind of gets in the way of being a very successful sniper. But you could use this planter box to scope out the land. If you're a really sure shot, you can shoot through the leaves. It does cover a lot of the angles as well. The right side, you see, cover this window. You could cover the back side of the fountain as well, but it only gets a very low B simply because of the window right behind you. But you can use that window to escape any kind of bombs or mollies. Now the next spot is down the hallway on the left side. It's a very generic spot. It gets a C on our ranking level of sniper spots in University. You're very vulnerable to the window, to the back side, and your right side. So you have 3 possibilities that your enemy could sneak up on you. And as well, it's very cliche spot. It's very generic. Now moving on to the next sniper spot, which is the right side of the hallway. It still gets the same price. We would give this a very D. Not a great spot to begin with, simply because it's very generic. And like we said before, during the planter box, a lot of action happens down this hallway, and expect a lot of people to flank you, to come behind you. It's very limited in terms of variety of spots, and at most of the times people will kind of creep around the corner and they could pop you off your shot. So as you can see there, you can still be vulnerable behind you. The next spot is going to the University spawn point on the other side, or the truck spawn point. And the first spot is a generic up on the top. This gets a C+, simply because a lot of people go to this spot. It's very, very generic. You can cover only the back side of the map. You can cover the crow's nest, and you have a very limited view. You can cover the classroom here in all these windows, but people could see you very visibly, and that's why it gets that grade right there. As you can see, people can sneak up behind you. There's that whole building behind you that's hard for them to cover. The next spot, not that many people use, is Broken Elevator. It has very limited views. This gets a C on our ranking here on the sniper spots. Same reasons, not a lot of great opportunity for variety, and they have that whole building to sneak up on. Now this sniper spot on this spawn point, it gets a very low C-. It's just a trick, it's a gimmick spot. Nobody really snipes from this opportunity. It's just used for early scouting. As you can see, you do get a great layout of the entire map, but we do not recommend this spot at all. It's just you're too far vulnerable. As you can see, you are open on all 360 sides. You could visit this spot for briefly, but you want to get out of here. Do not stay too long. Not a good spot for sniping. The next spot we're going to show you is the opposite side of the right hallway. It's a very generic statement, but this is considered the right hallway. Sniping down behind this table is not a great spot. We give this another C-. This spot, you could cover the box, but as it's very generic, a lot of traffic points, a lot of look at all the different opportunities that people could sneak up on you on, and especially this window right here, people could still shoot with barely being seen. So and then you could push forward. It's still not a great sniping spot. We do not recommend this, but it's a great counter spot to the planter box. However, a successful or skilled sniper will snipe you before they even see you. As you can see, you still got that backside vulnerable to you in these sniper areas in this hallway. So do not snipe in this hallway. You want to use distance, and it's too generic and people will see you. Now, an aggressive spot will be sniping from this area. It's a great way to cover people being held down or suppression or to flank. You can still shoot, as you can see. Even though your gun is not over the ledge, you can still shoot through it. Not recommended. We'll give this a solid C. Moving on to the sniper spot here in the crow's nest. Now this gets a solid B from us, and the reason why is it gives you the opportunity to cover both planter boxes, to cover the fountain. You can see anyone moving at the other sniper spot at the top side, and you could pretty much get a great layout and scouting location on the land. And you still have the opportunity to do the pop a shot or peekaboo type of technique right there. Also, it's a great way to cover anybody flanking down the left side, help out your teammates stuck in that hallway. You can see anybody going for the flank through the windows, and it's a great opportunity to cover the backside even though you are exposed on it. So as you can see here, this is where you be vulnerable if you're sitting on the spot. So that's why you just get to B, because you're still going to be vulnerable from all sides, from the bottom. And if especially you have a loud hunting rifle, people will be able to see you. And that is the sniper's crow's nest. Next spot on the list is down on the right, the window. This is one of the worst spots to snipe from. Even though you're able to cover wide angle of the entire map, as you can see, you cover the window, you cover the crow's nest. If you flank somebody, you could cover the fountain if anyone's walking across, down the middle of the planter's box, and even the other lock box down on the right. But the reason why it's a terrible sniping location is that you're very wide open. This window is too huge to cover on your own. It's a nice viewing. We would recommend this for scouting and not sniping. You could snipe from it if you have a silent sniper. As you can see here, people can flank you from the backside there, and people could flank you on the other side as well. It leaves you too open, too vulnerable. You're not going to have enough bombs. You can put a bomb down in the end just to protect yourself. Here is a great sniping spot on this side of the spawn point. It's a great opportunity to cover this angle of the map. Like, you want to focus on that hallway because a lot of action happens there. I cannot say that's enough. And if there was a statistic to point it out, that there's a lot of traffic on the right side, you could cover the middle, you could cover the right side. So you could cover the flank on the left side, you could cover the box on the right, and you could cover anyone coming down the middle in this opportunity. The only way you can get seen is from this hallway, so it's a perfect sniping opportunity because you're in the corner of the map. Now if you push for a little bit forward, this right here, it gets a grade of a C or so. You're still not in a great sight lines. There's not great sight lines. You can at least see down the hall. You can see anybody creeping around the sides there. You can see down the planter box. You can see if anyone sneaking up on you. But look, you're vulnerable on your back side. A sniper must be able to have exit routes and exit strategies. So know that you can at least go up to the left. And if someone's pushing on the right side of the spawn, pushing up a little bit further, this window will get, I will give it a C plus to B. It's teetering on it. You could cover that infamous window of the spawn point in the university. You could cover the worst sniping spot right there, that window. You have a nice range on that left side of the map. You can even cover the gimmick sniper spot. You could cover anyone flanking over there. So this is why it gets a B. There's a lot of points it covers. It's really dab smack in the middle of the map. You can cover the window. You could cover the great planter's box right there. It's a great counter to that area and anyone coming down the stairs. The only bad thing is that you can also, people are going to come from that area, and of course people can sneak up behind you. So there's a lot of places that they could sneak up on you because you're vulnerable on all three sides. But if you're clever, you could put bomb on the left, bomb on the right, and you're going to be okay and use that window as an escape point. That wraps up this flashcard tip for the sniper spots on University. Thank you guys for being awesome subscribers. Please share it to your friends or share it to the newcomers on The Last of Us that you see in your party. Special thanks to McKillers once again for helping me out with coming up with these sniper spots for you guys. If you have any questions or suggestions down below, please leave a comment. And as always, ooh yeah! See you guys next time. Peace.